You're joking, aren't you? It's the Teesside Chef. Coming up, lots of tedious blending footage. I make cute little swirly patterns. And falafel makes a surprise guest appearance because this week we're making hummus, the king of all woke sandwich fillings according to the Daily Mail. Probably. You can use tinned chickpeas if you like, but I find preparing my own from scratch gives a better, smoother texture for this, so I have soaked around 300 grams of dried chickpeas overnight with a teaspoon of baking soda, and the next day I'm cooking them until soft with a little more baking soda for about an hour or so, and I'm removing the scum that develops on top as I go to keep a nice clean shop. And once the chickpeas are cooked, I'll drain them and give them a good shake to loosen the skins because true hummus aficionados will tell you to remove the skins for the best results. So, like a tramp picking through a bin for cigarette butts, I will slavishly perform this duty, but you don't have to, really. In the jug of a blender, add in 125 millilitres of water to start with, and 4 to 6 cloves of garlic. I go 6, but my vampire friends tell me that 4 is an acceptable compromise for those sensitive to garlic. Followed by 45 millilitres or 3 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice, and 4 tablespoons or 60 millilitres of a good virgin olive oil. Next, we need 100 grams of tahini, but don't get too excited because tahini is not the latest Disney princess, it's actually just simple sesame seed paste. And then you want to add 1.5 teaspoons of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, along with a generous 1/2 teaspoon of cumin powder. And, as promised, here's a beautifully cinematic shot of that lot blending to a smooth, loose paste. Beautiful. 500 grams of cooked chickpeas need to be added to this lot now, but you have to do it in stages by adding in roughly 1/3 of your cooked chickpeas first and blending until smooth before repeating the process 2 more times. Now, if you've prepared your own chickpeas from scratch, this equates to roughly 250 grams of dried chickpeas, and if you're using tinned chickpeas, you'll need about 2 standard tins of drained chickpeas, and as you continue to add them, you may find that you'll need to keep giving them a good stir every now and again, because the mix will thicken considerably, and if your blender is struggling under the viscosity of your hummus, add a little more water in if necessary to lubricate everything sufficiently. And I was confident enough in the thickness of my hummus to take the lid off the blender and show you what was happening inside, but this shot ended up being even more mundane than the previous blending shots. Anyway, I took a taste test to check for flavour and smoothness, and everything seemed to be ship-shape and in order, so time to present this thing in a nice big bowl. Flatten it down first a bit, and then make kind of a swirly pattern with ever-decreasing circles. Which brings me to my banal question of the week to farm engagement. As I've said before, all the top YouTubers do this, don't they? Ask stupid questions to get you to post comments. The question for this week is, do you like circles? Maybe you prefer squares, parallelograms, trapezia, pentagons. Let me know in the comments if you like circles. And once we have a nice, pretty swirly pattern, we can add a little drizzle of virgin olive oil on top, and a few chickpeas that I put to the side earlier, so don't forget to do that. A final dusting of paprika powder, or if you're feeling dangerous, a dusting of chilli powder. And the jury is still out on whether you should also add a final sprinkling of fresh, finely chopped parsley or cilantro / coriander. It's up to you, and you can serve this as is or in a wok wrap. I have my chili paratha here, link coming up for those very soon. We'll add some falafel to that, and then you can enjoy it in secret if you've got Daily Mail readers in the family. And I'll see you next time, Ta.